Before we bring up some of our poets from Art from Ashes, I wanted to bring up Zach, who is going to tell us a little bit about the organization. It's a group that's committed to bringing, to kind of helping students sort of express themselves in new and different ways. So, Zach, thank you very much for coming tonight and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about how Art from Ashes got started and what its mission is and what it's all about.
Well, we've been around for about 4 years. We've worked with everybody from the Columbine High School students. We actually put out a book called Screams Aren't Enough, which won the Denver Book Award. And then for the last 4 years, we've worked at the Spot, Urban Peaks Drop-In Center. And then basically what we do is we contract with other organizations, like one of our poets tonight is going to be from Kepner Middle School. And they bring us in and we do 3-minute writing prompts. So we tell them we have an idea of what it is that we want them to write about, and we give them 3 minutes, and you'll be...
3 minutes. And all the poems being performed here tonight were written in 3 minutes.
All the poems performed tonight were written in 3 minutes, that's correct.
That's amazing, really. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And where are you guys located, and how can people find out more information about you?
Our office is at 9th and Inca, and our website is artfromashes.org.
That's great. Okay, so guys, check out artfromashes.org. They're doing a really, really wonderful thing. And thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
So the first poet that I'm going to bring up tonight is Ricardo. Ricardo is 13 years old, and he's going to talk to us really quickly about how getting involved with Art from Ashes kind of helped him in his life and some things like that. Hi, Ricardo.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for coming. So how did you get involved with Art from Ashes?
Well, once my teacher told me that we were going to do something special today, and she took us to a classroom where we met Catherine, our Art from Ashes teacher.
That's great.
And we kept writing.
Great, wonderful. So I am going to let you perform your poems. How many are you doing tonight for us?
4.
4 poems. Okay, everybody, this is Ricardo.
The first one's called Art. Art. What really is art? Many people think of art as paintings. They think Picasso was the artist. Poetry is art too. Art is about expressing yourself. Write a poem and you're a certain artist. Art is what people love. It's music, it's dancing, it's writing. Art is anything people can see, hear, and touch. That's why when we come here, I became an artist. And my paintbrushes was my pen. My paper was my notebook. As many things, art is many things. Now, not just painting or sculptures. If you want to be an artist, just do what you like and think while you're doing it, you're making art. Okay, this is my second one. I didn't really put a title, but here it was. I am a tree that grows by learning how to do things like holding out a hand and playing like the little tree that grew slowly because it stood in the shadows of other trees that taunted him and fall would drop their leaves in front of him. Seeing my leaves were not big enough to fall by themselves. I was on a lonely tree because, unlike the others, I did fall far from my dad. He was the tree I was hanging on last summer with the other little apples that had seeds inside. I became a big tree that looks happy and big, which I had to learn to grow bigger than the others. I remember going to meet the mayor. I remember my first time I saw snow. I remember watching my brother get jumped. I remember watching my dog die after it got bit by a snake. I remember waking up one night because we were running away from my dad. I remember watching Mexico pass by as we left in the bus. I remember the last time I saw my friend, but the bad thing is I don't remember my dad, my house, my neighbors, or my river flowing by with a fish now and then. I remember telling my mom to help clean the river that I felt was mine. This is going to be my last poem. It's called The Dance My Father Taught Me. You were teaching me how to dance as a dad, like how not to take certain steps. But once I took a wrong step, and stepped on your foot by saying no to you. You quickly hit me, so my mom left you. Now my mom is teaching me how to dance. I want to tell you, she's more swift on her feet. I don't have to listen all day just to learn one step. She shows me where I should step. And she taught me the steps you could never teach me, how to be a real man. She taught me every dance by herself. She taught me the wolf, the salsa, and the man dance.
Thank you, Ricardo. That was really wonderful. Absolutely great. So next we're going to bring up Tripp. And Tripp is the recipient of the Thomas Hornsby Farrell Poetry Award, which is given out by the Denver Press Club. She's 22, but she has been involved since you're how old?
4 years. I was 18, I think.
18.
The one that won the award, I'll read last.
Okay, great. So everybody, this is Tripp.
Hello. Token, I smile. I amplify riots of light, protesting despite enduring the darkest violations from past grasping on ankles trying to get me to trip. Attempting to make it to my much desired aspirations, I keep stepping. They're all entitled. So I always lose my house key, and we changed the locks again. My dad was on vacation and came home one day early to find me in a house full of friends. She was naked in his bed, and homeboy was passed out in the fridge. What could you expect from me? I was just being a kid. She says I'm inconsiderate because every time she tries to scold me, I explode in laughter and joke about how cute it is when she yells. Her nostrils flare uncontrollably. I got caught stealing a pant leg full of snacks, bottled water, sandwiches, and chips, running out to the street home and throwing it like, yo, you hungry? You can come and get at this. She told me, don't touch it, you'll break it. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. Say please and thank you always, and always tell the truth. But I always reach for fragile. When it falls, I'm in it back with intimate glue. I paint the wretched object in rainbow, and I think it looks much better now, don't you? I told the system to F off and keep their tainted rule of glitch. I told that cop he was corrupted. He turned around and wrote me a ticket. Some say I'm better off walking on eggshells to please a world that's never satisfied. Personally, I'll keep walking around defined, questioning life's premeditated structured lies. Picking the state flower just after hopping a federal fence. Committing what some would argue as a federal offense. Only life makes most perfect sense when I draw it to my nose and absorb the scent just before the petals have been stripped by a sudden gust of wind. Being free, successfully being me.